Hello, mortals. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Zuko Was Monkey D. Dragon from One Piece, not One Punch Man. So, in this What If, Zuko has all the same abilities as the villain prince himself, Monkey D. Dragon, aka Luffy's father. Basically, so, yeah. So he has all the powers of his Delphic thing. So yeah, and So I'm kind of changing a little bit of a story. So he's I'm also giving him a quirk of limit. That's his quirk. So he could limit himself on how much power he could use. Or anyone. So yeah. And yeah, I'm also making Zuko way powerful than what he's based on. He has also infinity. So, yeah. He is not like an ordinary human. Yeah. So, and I'm also throwing in Zumi so that to keep things interesting. So let's begin with them being born. After they were born at the age of 4, they go to a quirk doctor. As the quirk doctor looked at Zumi first and told her that she has fire manipulation. As she goes cha-ching, as she's all happy, as he looks at Zuko, and tells him that he does have a quirk. Or you thought I was gonna say he's quirkless. Or sorry, kid, you can't become a hero without a quirk thing. I only do that when I feel like it. So yeah, he basically tells him, as Inko and Asashi couldn't believe that. So they start training Zumi more than Zuko because they don't know what his quirk is. But one day he got so stressed out of finding a way to try to figure the quirk out. So he tried everything. But nothing worked. Until one day, yeah, he's about 5 years old. And when he was suddenly, he's trying to think, what can limit quirk do? As he's trying to think, as it actually does nothing, they thought. So he must be, or they must lied, or they lied to him. Or no, the quirk doctor lied to them. Yeah. So they got rid of Zuko. And Zuko was living on the street by himself. As Zuko was basically trained harder on any other abilities. As a bunch of homeless people actually did train him to use martial arts. Because they kind of feel like he's the most powerfulest person in the world. And he is stronger than a average. But he respects his comrades, or his, So the homeless people worship him as a gun. As the quirk, finally emerged. As he's trying to figure out how to do it. So he breathes it in, as he just, or how the quirk works, I'll tell you, audience, but Zuko doesn't know. You only have to say the percentage. That's all you have to do. And the quirk does the rest. Basically, like a human, or his opponent, gets it. So, yeah. And Zuko, or one of the homeless people, tells him, what percentage are you? Or actually, let's say at age of 15, to do a time skip, instead of going to UA, he was, or his sister got one for all. So he ends up becoming world's class villain that they, but they didn't not think of him as a villain. The citizens. He's the hero killer stains, but for the heroes that helps the, he's more like villain killer. So sorry about that. And yes, the Zuko was basically, sorry about that. The Zuko was still trying to figure it out. So, as he asks, as he has his own, like, League of Heroes. The villains become heroes, as he doesn't see them as villains at all. So the crime rate went down, and the numbers of heroes has, like, skyrocketed. And he doesn't do, like, break every villain out of jail thing. No, he's just... But one day he found was Hero Killer Stain on a mission. Or he was on a mission to find a Hero Killer Stain. And he was about to recruit him as he goes. But then something happens. As he unlocked the new abilities. As he used, every time he tries to focus on something, let's say he tried to focus on people, the entire weather changes into... So at the sports festival, they were like, okay, so it's a nice clear day, and then suddenly it rains, as they couldn't believe that something's wrong. As he says, I found you, Hero Killer Stain. You're her. I know that you kill the fake heroes to prove or reshape the world into real heroes. I understand. I respect you as that. I see a same vision, but you and I aren't so different. As he looks at him, as he tells him that as Hero Killer Stain looks at Zuko and tells him, who are you? He go by many names, but call me Dragon. As it was scary, as everyone is like, what the heck's... Why is it raining on us right now? Is this some... Yeah. So, the villain Killer Stain says, you're just here to recruit me to be a villain. And he says, no, it's not like that. See, we're both on the wrong side of the law. I am not the villain. You are just... Or I am basically a creature or a human. Yeah. So So he ends up as a hero killer Sting agrees to the terms. As he tells him that I will take my chances to tango with someone worthy. As he was about to battle, as a massive windstorm came brewing through, sending hero killer Sting into a wall. And as he says that you should have joined me when you had a chance, but now I'll show you why. As the as the wind shifted into like lifting hero killer Stain up into the air, and when it did, lightning struck hero killer Stain, obliterating him. As everyone heard screaming in the background, as he says that the only person that focuses more, as he disappears without a trace. As the Tenya's brother was down, but not like he wasn't like got stabbed. He was like passed out. As the sorry. Nope, that's not right. This one. Sorry. So yeah. So he ends up being like a phantom. They start calling him the dragon. As he only targets the villains that piques his interest. As he goes he goes around as everyone, like all the homeless people, knew that Dragon is Zuko, but they do not want to, or they basically every homeless person supports him, as he means many people that need his attention. Yeah, so it's been pouring down rain for the last week. All the way to he looks down upon, as he sees the Nomus, as he says, as he understands they need to be taught better than that. But they're mindless creatures. As lightning struck every single one of them, obliterating all the where is it? All of the Nomus with electricity, as the Nomus died out. Yeah. As he wasn't, of course, he says with the mask, he tells him that you're the only person, of course, he, as the, yeah, so he disappears without a trace. As everyone is afraid when they saw the news. Who's this man? Where did he come from? This man is dangerous. So lock your doors and all that stuff. As, yeah, till a church is done, and we will bring him in. As Zuko was at the abandoned warehouse thing with the homeless people, as he looks at himself in the mirror in the bathroom, as he says, I should limit my powers. How about to 5%? As something clicked, as he, yeah, then he realizes it's his quirk finally activated. As he understands it only limits people when I say the name of it. I remove my limit. As he removes his own limitless power. Yeah. As he says, I'll get used to this. Having this much power and limiting quirks. It's too OP. Overpowered. Yeah. So Zuko, gave the homeless people alright, let's say he was in when he bought some food, he bought like 2,000 stacks of pizza. He bought yeah. As he sets them down, as one of the homeless people walks over, as he tells them that for a young kid, or for a young man, you're pretty much, if anything, man comes around, we'll be there to make sure it turns into a good situation. Not as Hero Killer Stain wasn't no more, so yeah. So they don't have to worry about Hero Killer Stain. So now it's moving on to the camp arc. As he watched or he knew that his sister was in trouble. So he tells them that he's going to head out to grab or to do hero work for them. Okay? As the homeless people that were there, he doesn't have a, like, he cares about them. He doesn't want them hurt or killed by his, as he was gone without a trace. And when he reappears, All Might was down, hung but not out, as All for One was about to kill him. But he stops his attack. As he looks, as he says, I believe there's a dragon. As All Might and everyone is terrified, that the dragon, the most wanted criminal, is there. As he says, as he stands there, as he tells them that you're powerful list, All for One. Let's change that up. As he's very powerful, so as he tells them that I am not a true villain here. I am, as Zuko tells All Might to get out of here. He doesn't want him to be caught up in the blast. As All Might understood, as he grabs the citizen that was underneath the rubble, puts her on his back, runs, as he says, you're about to die here. And now, how about you need to limit your power equal to mine? How about for you? How about use 1%? As All Might, or All for One, and or actually, let's say All Might and no, All for One versus Dragon Man or Zuko, aka Dragon. Yeah, battled each other's out. So, as he says that you're the only person that I do not like. You know what happens to those people that I do not like? That hurts my friends? They get zapped out of existence. As thunder and lightning, as a tornado, or like elemental destruction was about to form. Without, as his eyes turned red, So, yeah. Zuko was basically is that strong. So the elemental uh, as the all for one regeneration was slow, and so basically all for one died because he had water ball on earth ball, lightning ball, and the flames from the underneath a building formed as it like twists and turns, fusing them together. And when it goes, all the pro heroes knew that they were as the as he focuses his attack on All for One. As All for One is about to die. Yeah, when he the turned into like holds him. Yeah. Zuko ends up killing the symbol of evil. And when the Earth let go, All for One was nothing. Like, he went from. Here, hold on. He went from this into that. Yeah. It was scary. And, yeah. He basically. Zuko, who won. Or dragon. Yeah. And. Yeah, and then he leaves without a trace. Yeah. As the villain or as the pro heroes are in stun that this kid's power level is like nothing they ever seen before. They were like, hey, what this kid is made out of. As when he returned, he checked everyone to see if everyone was still okay. As the like the earthquakes thing and all the he's basically controlling the elementals like earth, fire, air, water, whatever. As Zuko was basically he went from a quirked kid to being a hero that or crime boss that doesn't want to evolve around villains or doesn't want to like do villainish activities like rob banks or do anything like that, but instead he ends up cutting the crime rate down all the way to 0. And yeah. So Zuko, as he gathered up, or he put blankets, pillows, chairs for them to sit in, and as Zuko did all that work with, or he does two things. he helps the homeless people get a home thing. Like, and he's also convinced most of the villains to work with him as a pro hero or as a hero. And yeah. To get them on the right track. Yeah, and who's one of them is? Is, of course, one and only one person that is Todoroki's brother, Hunter. Let me find him real quick. Is, of course, I'll just use this one. Of course, Dobby. But it's not just a, yeah, as Dobby is happy that he's joined with the dragon, as Dobby tells him that because Dobby sees Dragon Man as he is superior officer, as the crime rate, yeah, as the villain or as the heroes had their meeting about, like, okay, so far, or the whoever this man is, the dragon, and is, we're not seeing what he sees as Zuko, but All Might remembers he's secret, like, or Dragon Man tells him secretly that I am not a villain. You guys might think I am, but I am not a villain, like most people say I am. I am the anti-hero. I am the hero that's... Okay? Yeah. As Zuko was basically... Yeah. He... As everyone is... Like, all the villains became pro-heroes, or became heroes, and the homeless people have now homes. Yeah. Zuko cares about... He pulls in more homeless people, and they thought they thought he was gonna, or they were gonna pay for rent, as he didn't need money. He wanted to help them to get better lifestyle, as they were like, things, dragon. I mean, they even... Yeah. So now the overhaul fight, or everyone talks about the dragon, how he's actually not doing anything bad. As everyone's trying to find him. But Zuko usually doesn't appear when there's like people that he piques interest in. As Zuko, piques only interest. He only piques interest if there's any. So now the overhaul fight, the Zuko, who was. Yeah, it was a monstrous battle. As he comes in, as Overhaul and him have the meeting, as Overhaul finds him interested, or finds him interested in Dragon, as he says, so you're the person that turns villains into heroes, and you bring homeless people in and kills them? No, not killing. I don't kill for no reason. As Zuko changes his upper face so that to make it look more like as Zuko looks at him, Zuko looks at him and tells him that you're the only person that's on planet that is actually helping instead of being greedy like those. As Overhaul says, I like that about you, Dragon Man. You aren't the pro hero. You only do this to help citizens more than those greedy heroes. I will allow all my men, or most of my men, to go. Because they are no longer used to me. Not yet, though. Okay? As most of the villains, as he says, relax. Name. As he turns around, or he turns his head and asks them if they could have, or if he could have a drink. Okay? So, yeah. Zuko isn't as they went. And, yeah. Sorry if this video is a little bit too long. For you, but, so, yeah. So, bye-bye. See you in part